Hello, everybody. Welcome to Everything in Moderation, episode 17. Today, we are embarking on the presidential tier list. We're going to see where we place some of the presidents and how we rate them from S to F. So S, A, B, C, D, F. I will share my screen throughout this video
The hell is S?
superior.
Oh,
Or like, I don't know, but we are currently waiting for Eric, but in the meantime, Luke, how you doing today?
hanging in there.
Did you watch The Bachelor?
No, that's a tonight problem.
Jesus Christ. Bro, I'm telling you, you're probably just gonna end up watching it at my house.
No. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I have to watch it tonight.
It was a pretty good one.
Oh my god.
For those that don't know, we watched The Bachelor. It's just epic TV. Epic.
Yes, sir. The drama. I eat that drama up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So Luke, do you have any ideas at the moment of where you think you're gonna play some of these guys prior to doing anything?
Oh yeah. I have a very general idea of my top two. Some people may think it's controversial,
Oh no!
but I
Is
think
this man gonna put Trump at number whatever?
not Trump. No, not Trump. Trump does not have a spot currently. Although a lot of the pros I put under his name were some pretty some pretty grotesque jokes.
We have an update. We have an update. Wait, hold on. We have an update from Eric. He is currently taking a shit right now, and that's why he's not here. And he's trying to push it out really fast, and he almost passed out. Eric, if you're listening to this, I hope you're coming with like a good mental cognition before this episode, because he's gonna come in. He's gonna be like,
bro, my man's gonna have a prolapsed asshole.
Unbelievable scenes.
Crazy.
All right, hold on. I'm going to let me pause the recording actually.
The boogeyman.
Eric is back.
Oh fuck, we're recording. Oh shit. Oh boy.
We are live.
Well,
Luke's got a Tim Pool vibe on right now.
That's dangerous.
Eric, how was your poop?
It was good. I almost passed out. I was pushing too hard, but that's okay.
Bro, it kind of reminds me of that video where you were fucking assed out on your bathroom floor. Oh my god. All right. All right, so the way that we're gonna do this, I sent you guys the doc if you want to reference to that. Either look at that on your computer or yeah, so I'm gonna share my screen and then we all do it together. We'll get like a general consensus so that we could, try to create like a cohesive agreement.
I don't know. Just by looking at those people, I don't know half of them.
Okay.
dude, I think that's like everybody though. Like nobody knows that like half these presidents exist.
Yeah.
Let's skip the irrelevant ones.
Okay. I mean, we could try.
Unless they're funny.
Yeah, it depends. It depends where. Hold on. Can I make a new category? I kind of. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me go back to Google Docs. All right. We're gonna go in order though. So if you go with the doc, it is in order. Okay. And I organized it. So, all right. George Washington. Where would we place him?
S tier.
I think that's probably a given. Luke.
Bro, that man is my close number one. He's number two, and I'm gonna tell you why. This man embodies everything that I stand for. He said no political parties. What did we do? We fucked it up. You know
that I I heard a story that he was actually asked to become king.
Yeah, he said
Really?
no.
Yeah. Yeah, and he said that he just make me a president instead.
Beast. That man had wooden teeth. All right. Absolute stud. I'm telling you, if I had a daughter, he's one of the only presidents that I'd let him suck on her bosom. That's the only one. One of the only ones that I would let suck on her bosom.
Your daughter would get a splinter. Bro, all I gotta say, just before we continue, the first 18 presidents all belong in the S tier. You wanna know why? Because the S stands for slavery.
Oh God.
Kidding. All right.
Damn.
Drop the bomb. All right. So
I mean, you're not wrong though. Most of them did have slaves.
So next one is John Adams.
Yeah, so I did a report on him in 4th grade, and I pretty much only remember the good stuff. So I'm gonna say B tier.
B tier. He founded, well, just looking at the references that we made, founded one of America's top scientific societies, and his most controversial thing he did was the Alien and Sedition Act. I would say probably A.
I'm all for science. I remember hearing about the Alien and Sedition Act.
I don't know why.
Social studies runs deep.
I remember hearing about it. Oh, deport foreigners. It made it harder for new immigrants to vote. Well, you know what? At the starting of a country, I would expect someone to do that. So you know what? He's an A for me.
I'm sticking with B.
What was that, Eric?
I said I'm sticking with B.
All right. Well,
Really care.
overruled for this one. We'll
Yeah,
take the
democracy.
average if we're split.
Democracy, baby.
All right. Thomas Jefferson is next. He
Bro,
stabilized
everyone loves to say Thomas Jefferson owned slaves. Everyone loves to say it. I don't get it.
Probably
Like all
did.
these guys from the 1700s owned slaves. That man's an A tier for me. He's got a 6 signature.
Well, like some of the things that he accomplished was he stabilized the U.S. economy, defeated pirates from the North Africa in the Barbary War, and he was also the president where the Louisiana Purchase happened. So
Yes, sir. Bought half the country.
Yeah.
And he defeated pirates. Come on, dude. How can you not like him?
Eric, what do you think?
He's a founding father, right? I'll give him A tier. Also, pretty cool that he bought the coolest part of the country. So.
Yes.
That's a fact.
All right. James Madison started the War of 1812. Vetoed the charter of the Second National Bank, leaving America unable to fund the War of 1812. But I believe he was the main author of the Constitution.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about main author of the Constitution. That man started the War of 1812. The only thing I remember from history class was the War of 1812 ended up with nothing. Nothing happened. It just people died.
No, something happened. Something happened. We lost half the White House to the British burning it.
It got remodeled.
F tier.
What was that?
F tier.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I was about to say F too.
He made the White House into the Ashes House. Unbelievable. F.
All right. All right, that works for me. James Monroe.
Never heard of him.
Monroe Doctrine, bro. The foreign policy stuff. But he occupied Florida without congressional approval.
Dude, beast. I love a president who just says fuck Congress and just takes it into his own hands. Plus, the Monroe Doctrine is actually something that was like beneficial. Like actually good, I think, in my opinion.
So we're thinking like a low
I'm
A.
I'm thinking B.
B, yeah. I'm cool with B.
Eric, if you don't remember the Monroe Doctrine, it's like U.S. intervenes to stop like foreign people from occupying like certain countries.
Monroe, yeah, okay. I'm reading about it. Fine. B tier's fine.
Okay.
I'll accept that.
John Quincy Adams, He started the federal funding of interstate roads and national university. The controversies are he sort of began the government corruption, made Henry Clay his Secretary of State in exchange for Congress electing him president.
I mean, that was bound to happen, but I do love me some interstate highways.
What number is this?
This is 6.
Oh my God, that guy. Oh my, he. Oh my God. Oh my
What?
God.
Wow, he is ugly.
This guy is ugly. Holy, he looks like the green blob from Star Wars. What the fuck is that guy's name?
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. He looks like Jabba the Hutt. Oh my God. Get this man off the screen. Man, bro, they practically put his picture up. John Adams is right there.
Oh, I actually have these mixed up. Okay, there we go.
D tier.
B tier.
D.
D tier. Yeah, I would say either C or D for me. Luke.
Yeah, I'll go with D.
Of course, you can.
Andrew Jackson is next. He founded the Democratic Party, supported individual liberty, and was known as the People's President. Controversial was he ignored the Supreme Court Worcester versus Georgia ruling and the beginning of the Indian removal.
And also controversial was founding the Democratic Party.
He also had a kid with a slave.
That was also a big controversy. Bro, I can't even remember the political part because when that man founded the Democratic Party, it switched to the Whigs and everything else. I don't even know what it ended up being, so I can't even say if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But the fact that he started a party is bad in my book.
Eric, what you thinking?
I don't know. It seems like he really had beef with these Indians for no reason whatsoever. So I don't really like that. And we also have no one in C. So like C looks like a good option.
Bro, okay. Andrew Jackson's the dude on the $20 bills, and boy, do I love me some 20s.
All right, I just bumped up to B.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. You should have said the face on the $20 bill. I would have known him. They used to call him Stonewall Jackson.
I know. I'm sorry.
They didn't.
Stonewall.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Was that him?
Yeah. They called him Stonewall Jackson because when he was banging his wife in bed, he made no emotion.
No, dude,
he was like
not
a
the
stone.
Same guy.
All right, moving on.
Guy. I'm mad.
It's not the same guy?
No, it was a general or something.
Dude, that's Andrew Jackson. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was like Thomas Jackson. I just Googled it.
God damn it.
All right. Next one is Martin Van Buren. He was a strong believer in limited government and states' rights. And his controversial thing that happened during his presidency was the Trail of Tears.
We just had a whole list of presidents who hated Indians, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm gonna say like D.
That's what I was gonna say.
Luke?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. All the Indian removal stuff, bro.
Okay.
Bad vibes.
All right. William Henry Harrison didn't wear a raincoat, died. We can't really place him. So I guess we'll just leave him out. That's the guy who died 30 days after his inauguration.
Man didn't have the stamina.
Next one is John Tyler. He signed the Preemption Act, which spurred Western expansion, ended the Seminole War, which was in Florida. Controversial was he tried to annex Texas, and this is when the Mexican-American War started.
So first thing I'm going to say about this guy, 2 first names not looking good for him, but I do like the Western expansion stuff. That's important. And also we stopped killing Indians under him, which is also good. But we started killing Mexicans instead.
Bro, who was are we getting into like Lewis and Clark age now? Because I see preemption, westward expansion. Like, is this where Lewis and Clark comes in?
I think so. Wait, where did Luke go? Luke disappeared. All right. Well, the show must go on. Where would you put John Tyler, Eric?
Put him in C.
I think that's fair. Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure Let me make sure. We'll come back or what? Excuse the dead air for a moment. We are just checking something. Oh yeah, James K. Polk is next.
James K. Polk. The only thing I know about him is they named a school after him and Ned's Declassified. So that's pretty good points right there.
Unbelievable.
James K. Middle school, yep.
Yeah, James K. Polk, same thing. It was like he started the Mexican-American War. Acquired vast territories from Mexican-American War along Pacific coast and Southwest was his crowning.
So I think it would be unfair to also put him in C because he won the war and we got mad stuff from it.
Yeah.
So I think B is fair.
Okay. Luke is still lost. Hopefully he comes back. All right, next is there we go. I love how he still hasn't changed his name. Hold on, he comes back. Tim Pool is back.
I am back.
Okay.
I am back.
So, okay, we have Zachary Taylor. He ate too many cherries and died.
That's tough.
Yeah, he died from indigestion. Never really got to get his presidency started off.
Holy Ethereum.
What?
Sorry.
Okay.
Stocks.
Millard Fillmore is next.
I did a report on him as well.
Okay. What is your synopsis?
Pretty much remember him doing nothing. It was kind of like this guy was president and he had some ideas. For sure.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's like half the presidents that we've ever had.
That's a good point.
Luke, do you have anything to say about Millard Fillmore?
Dude, all I'm saying is he's an anti-Mason. And I'm telling you, bro, the past 2 weeks of me doing Uber Eats driving, I've seen so many more goddamn Freemason tags on people's cars than ever before. And you know what? I think if this guy was president today, he would just abolish the whole damn thing. And I wouldn't have to see the stupid little triangle on someone's back of the car. So you know what? I'm for this guy. Full send him. Dude, it's like a fraternity. It's like a fraternity for like 55 and up. It's like senior fraternity. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
Can we save this for when Luke's 55 and joins one?
Yeah.
Dude, I may join one. Call me a Freemason, dog. I'm gonna be putting the bricks and the mortars all over your damn house.
So where are we putting him? Where are we putting Millard? See?
Works for me.
Okay.
Also, his first. Oh, Millard is his first name. His first name kind of sounds like Miller Lite, and I love beer.
Okay. Next we have Franklin Pierce.
Oh, he's the big anti-slavery guy.
Yeah, big anti-slavery guy.
He gets points for that.
He's anti-slavery?
Oh my god. Wait, is he actually? No, he's.
No, no, he's not.
Who am I thinking? I don't think I'm right on that.
Franklin Pierce was pro-slavery.
Oh boy, this guy. Okay, he loses points then.
Okay.
This guy.
I'm gonna say.
What number is he?
14.
14, yeah.
14.
He said the abolition movement was a fundamental threat to the unity of the nation. He alienated anti-slavery groups by supporting and signing the Kansas-Nebraska Act and enforcing the fugitive slave. Okay, F tier. I've read enough.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This guy, like, yeah, I know everyone's heard this damn story, bro. Everyone has heard this story. You read it in 7th grade. Never more. Quote the Raven, whatever the fuck it's called. The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah. This guy looks like he'd be the dude in that story with the fucking raven going crazy. That's imaginary. It's all in his head. That's this guy. He's a fucking F tier. Throw that man down the drain. He's seeing a raven that's not even there. Quote the raven nevermore. Bro, if I had to hear that one more time when we were reading that story, I almost smashed my head with the textbook.
Well, he gets an F for Franklin, so
I'm not sure how the logic got from wherever you went to there, but I'll take it.
Because it went in that book, I imagine the guy talking to the raven looking like that.
All right, who's the next guy?
James Buchanan.
He was the anti-slavery guy.
Yeah, and then good intentions, bad results drove country apart. What are we thinking?
Modern historians critique Buchanan for not addressing the issue of slavery or forestalling the secession of Southern states. Historians remark him as one of the worst presidents. Oh, I read enough.
What are we thinking?
D.
Yeah, we got to go D because we can't just like copy the smart people. We have to be a little bit different. So D.
Yeah, he had good intentions. That's the most important thing.
Of course.
Next we got Honest Abe.
Listen, you got to blame the bad results on Congress. It's never the president's fault. It's always Congress.
I love Abraham Lincoln.
I think Honest Abe is an S tier.
Sure. I agree.
Luke?
Yeah, he's definitely an S tier. But have you ever seen that documentary about him, bro? I fell asleep 10 times. The damn thing is boring as hell. I could not stay awake.
We do need to mention that he was a part-time vampire slayer too. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Important.
Yeah, definitely an S tier.
Yeah. All right. Andrew Johnson championed populist measures and states' rights. His controversial presidency was mishandling Reconstruction, allowing most Southern states to pass black codes, and opposite efforts to assist freedmen impeached. Oh, he was impeached. Yeah.
Well, that tells me everything I need to know. That man is an F tier.
He bought Alaska, though.
He let Southern states pass black codes.
But he bought Alaska.
He was impeached.
So is Trump. Where's Trump going to be?
F. F.
All right, so I'm going to put him at D because he bought Alaska.
Well, dude, Alaska has like 7 national parks. It's pretty cool up there.
Dude, my man's rating the presidents based on how many national parks they acquired in their presidency.
All right. Next one is Ulysses S. Grant, Civil War hero.
War hero, yeah.
Working to implement congressional reconstruction, aimed to remove the impact of slavery.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, this guy has a sick fucking mustache, I think.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, dude, I know exactly who this is. Yeah, dude, this guy was an absolute stud of a man.
I'm thinking A tier for Ulysses.
Yeah, I like A.
I'm liking everything I hear about this guy. Crush the Ku Klux Klan according to Wikipedia. Yep, A tier for sure.
Cool. Rutherford B. Hayes is next. Efforts led to civil service reform, protected black voters in the South. His controversial thing was using federal troops to put down the Great Railroad Strike of 1877.
Oh, no. We're big fans of workers' rights here. We can't be having that. All strikes are good strikes. What was the good thing he did?
Efforts led to civil service reform, protected black voters in the South.
Okay, that's good.
So, like,
I'm saying B.
Yeah.
For his middle name.
Fine, I'll accept that. I was going to say C, but I'll accept it.
All right. James A. Garfield didn't give Guiteau the job and was murdered.
Rip.
Yep. So we get an F for him, and
for dying. Shouldn't have died.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Guiteau?
Charles Guiteau. It was like a guy that like helped run his camp. Well, not help, but he said that he helped run his campaign, and he's the reason like why he won. So he assassinated him because he didn't give him a space in in the government.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty petty.
And ever since then, the president switched the cabinets every time they get elected.
Next one is Chester Arthur. Enforced the Pendleton Civil Service Reform Act, presided over birth of the U.S. Navy. Controversial was signing the Chinese Exclusion Act, a ban on Chinese immigration that would last 10 years. I think that was during like the opioid thing in China. That's
Trump would have loved the second part of that. He should have. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't have been surprised if he brought that thing back and quoted the reason for being at the China virus. And he said, "We need the Chinese Exclusion Act."
Oh my God.
But
I would say
he tried to pass a 20-year ban on Chinese immigrants to the U.S., but then they said you can't do that. So he's like, "Fine, we'll just make it 10 years instead."
We love a man that can compromise.
Yikes.
Where are we thinking for this guy? I'm thinking I'm thinking like C.
Listen, I do love the Navy.
Yeah.
And the Navy is what, the Japs bombing the Navy is what got us into World War II, but we caught that big dub.
That is true. But that wasn't achieved under his presidency. So
No, but he started the Navy, which led to all that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm saying C.
Yeah, I'm thinking C.
C. Everything I read about this guy, he was painfully average.
Yeah. Grover Cleveland is next. He opposed high tariffs, free silver, inflation, and imperialism. Controversial was he used federal troops to break the Pullman strike of 1894. Man, these presidents loved this, like, crushing strikes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, dude, this is like 1890. This is like almost the start. This is like almost 1900s, bro.
This is when they got paid like 3 cents a day.
Yeah.
I would strike too.
I think I would probably say Grover is a C. Eric, what kind of stuff are you finding?
Says he's fiscal conservative, but he also crusaded for political reform, which is pretty good. But then he tried to kill workers on strike, so I don't know. C is fine.
Luke?
I'm with you guys. I mean, I really don't have an opinion on this guy. His name's Grover. That's kind of a dope fucking first name. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he was our 22nd president, and then he was our 24th, so he was reelected, but not immediately after his
first
term. But we move on to Benjamin Harrison.
Wait. He's from New Jersey. We got to put him up.
Who?
Grover Cleveland.
Okay, so B.
Born in Caldwell, died in Princeton, buried in Princeton.
Wonderful. Let's go visit his grave one day. Benjamin Harrison, economic legislation, Sherman Antitrust Act, facilitated creation of national forest reserves. Immediately, that's going to be an S tier for Eric. Controversial was he sent federal troops to disarm the Lakota Sioux in what turned into the Wounded Knee Massacre. All right, going down to the B for Eric.
Also, I'm not going to lie. I think it's this one. They're related to the cast on Pawn Stars. No, I didn't say porn stars. I said pawn. Pawn.
To be honest, never heard of this guy, but I did hear of the Wounded Knee Massacre. Literally never heard this guy's name in my life.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's related to the cast of Pawn Stars.
What are we thinking?
I have no opinions.
So I'm just gonna, if we have like no opinions, we'll put them at C. But
okay,
I think that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was really. I think he was okay, which is probably the majority of presidents. But I think by the end of this, there's going to be more C tier than any other. There's going to be more people in C tier than anything else.
Yeah. Here we go. 23rd. Is that the 23rd?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He's related to the Pawn Stars. That man's
I love how that's all he's concerned with.
Dude, that's all I care about, bro. I love that show. This man's a B tier.
Okay. Wait, what? Okay, so B tier. All right. So
where do we put him? C?
Yeah, we put him C.
I'm okay with C. C's cool.
All right. William McKinley. He led the nation to victory in the Spanish-American War, raised protective tariffs to protect American industry, kept nation on the gold standard. Controversial, was beginning the American and imperial expansion in the Pacific, annexing Hawaii and the Philippines.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Hawaii sounds like they love being annexed, considering they're still a part of us. So
I'm gonna say a B tier for William.
I'm a fan of this guy. I was gonna say A, but B works.
I think
I don't know enough.
I think A is,
I don't know enough to argue for A tier.
Okay, you know what, Eric? You don't need to argue because I agree with you.
Yes. I'm so convincing.
we love protecting American industry. We love that.
Yes.
We began the progressive era. Oh, and then we have Teddy Roosevelt, right?
Teddy Roosevelt, baby.
Yes.
Dang shit.
This man, I've been waiting for this man, dude. I've been waiting. I'm gonna tell you what, this man is an S tier for me, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. One quote sums it up perfectly. He said, and I quote, "Speak softly and carry a big dick. You will go far." Okay, that is straight from the history books. And I'm telling you, that man deserves S tier based on that quote alone.
Okay, so I really like his square deal because that really helped a lot of okay, yeah, S tier. I'm joking.
Wait, Luke, isn't it did you say dick?
Yeah, dude.
Isn't it stick?
Tomato. It's the same fucking thing, all right? Come on. We all know what he was alluding to there. He wasn't saying carry a big walking stick. Come on, dude.
I think he actually carried a walking stick.
Oh, shit.
All right, next is...
And he was handsome,
Wait, I just want to
dude.
throw in there, I genuinely like this guy, not just for his weird quote about carrying a big dick or stick or whatever.
Nah. Didn't he do the, wasn't he the one that was, he was the one that who like basically like got America out of like a massive depression, right? With the, like he was like employing like all the workers to like work on the
3 C's, bro. The 3 C's: conservation, control of corporations, and consumer protection. The square deal.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, next we have... Okay, so we do have 10 minutes left, but what we'll do is like we're already really far into this. We might as well just finish it. So like once we're done, I'll just start another one, and then I'll stop recording. We'll chop it onto this one. So next is William Howard Taft. He mandated federal income tax, trust busting efforts, and then intervention and occupation of Nicaragua.
Before we say anything rash, he's from New Jersey, so keep that in mind.
I was gonna say something rash.
Glad I stopped you.
I mean, no one likes income taxes, but I guess they're useful. What are you guys finding?
Nothing much. They're talking a lot about New Jersey on his Wikipedia, so I'm thinking B.
I'm gonna say C.
Luke? No pressure, by the way. Take your time.
Luke has his thing face on B. Okay. Next is one of my favorite presidents, Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson led us to victory in World War I, our first championship.
Let's go.
After that, he created the League of Nations, gave women right to vote, prohibited child labor, and mandated an 8-hour workday for, I think it was like factory workers.
God, this guy's a beast.
Yes, controversial was pushing for the Espionage Act and the Sedition Act, and using them to imprison World War I opponents like Eugene versus Debs. I really don't care about that. For me, Woodrow Wilson is an A tier minimum.
Listen, we have to remember, presidents are always going to do some fucked up shit. It's whether or not they're good outweighs the bad.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
In this case, I agree it does.
He also supported racial segregation, white supremacy. Just reading that on his Wikipedia page. I'll say B tier for that. That kind of hurt my feelings.
What are you thinking?
Listen, dude, I'm still thinking A, dude. You have to remember this is like 1900, bro. It's still fresh. It's still a fresh wound that they're dealing with.
All right, I'm gonna put him at A.
I mean, we ended slavery like 35 years earlier.
Yeah, but dude, this
All
guy
right,
was
whatever. Fine. A tier. I'll accept it. I don't care.
This guy was probably like 30 when they accepted slavery. Like he was already like in his pre-slavery mentality when he was growing up. Psychology.
Oh boy. Next is Warren G. Harding. He signed the Budget and Accounting Act, which established the country's first formal budgeting process. We have since totally thrown that out the window.
I was gonna say we're doing a real good job of budgeting.
Well, budget. We have a money printer.
Yeah, we have a money printer.
Someone called Jay Powell real quick. Oh wait, we have a new administration. Who's the head of the Treasury now?
Well, I think it'll still be him for another 2 years.
Is it still Jay Powell?
But then it's going to be Janet Yellen, I think.
Oh, Janet Yellen's money printer go pee. Nah, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right at all.
All right. So what do we think of for this lad?
You release political prisoners. It's fair. I respect it. Oh, he imprisoned a socialist. I changed my mind. Unbelievable. He is not a comrade. C tier.
Luke?
You know what? This man died from myocardial infarction. Oh my God. I'm going to say he's a C2.
Okay. Next is Calvin Coolidge. I'm a big fan of Calvin Coolidge too, but he also did some pretty his actions sort of led us into the Great Depression. So, you know, it sucks. But
Sucks.
yeah, so he was a champion of small government, strong economic policies. He signed the Immigration Act of 1924 to limit immigration from Eastern Europe. That was this controversial thing, and also the Great Depression thing. But he was cool. Calvin Coolidge. There's just a funny story I wanted to talk about him. There was a reporter that said it was like at a party or something, and the reporter made a bet with someone, and she goes up to Calvin Coolidge and she says, President Coolidge, I made a bet with my boss over there that I wouldn't get you to say no more than 2 words. Like I would get you to say more than 2 words. And he looks at her and he says, you lose. I think that yeah, I mean, I like him, but obviously some of his things led to the Great Depression, which obviously wasn't good.
You loved laissez-faire economics. Yeah, not my biggest thing there.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I hear his last name Coolidge, it always makes me think of Cool Whip. And I love whipped cream.
I was thinking cleavage. we could combine that to an A tier.
Dude, yeah. If you put Cool Whip and cleavage together, smack them. That may be S, honestly. If we're going on this route, it can turn into an S real quick, if you know what I'm saying.
All right, so where are we thinking? I'm thinking either B, C, or D. We're running in that range.
I'll give him a B for cleavage.
I do like small government. I'm gonna say B.
Okay. All right. Right now, hold on, let me just stop sharing for just 1 second. We're going to take a quick intermission. All right, and we are back. Although there is no intermission like in the actual video, it just literally skips to this point. Maybe I will put an intermission in. I'm gonna have to play with iMovie because of this, but we shall see. All right. Where did we leave off?
Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover. The Hoover Dam, baby.
The vacuum cleaner. Isn't that a vacuum cleaner?
Is it?
It is.
It is?
That's what I thought.
He was influential in the development of radio and air travel. Controversial was authorizing Mexican repatriation, a forced removal of Mexican immigrants in response to the Great Depression.
So what I'm seeing is the stock market bigly crashed during his presidency, and he pretty much was like, yeah, like, I have no power, can't do anything about it, sucks to be you guys. Not liking that. We want the stonks to go up.
He was influential in development of radio and air travel, though. That's pretty decent. You know, actually, he was the only president where the economy it had negative gains. The only one in the history of the stock market.
D.
Eric? Is Eric frozen? I think Eric's frozen. Yeah. Eric, hello.
I'm back.
Okay. Eric, what do you think of Herbert Hoover?
I was reading his Wikipedia, and it says that the stock market crashed during his presidency, and he pretty much did nothing to fix it. And we don't like that. We want stocks to go up, so I don't want him high.
Okay. Luke said D.
I was going to say that as well.
Okay. Next is FDR.
Ooh, one of my favorites.
Yeah, you got to remember, World War II champs, second time. He created numerous social welfare programs and
Dude, this guy always gets me fucked up with Theodore Roosevelt all the time.
There is no relation, right?
I don't think so. But which one is the teddy bear named after?
Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore.
Okay.
No, they're related. They're related.
They are related.
They are.
I mean, honestly, I would say FDR is probably an S tier.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm glad you said it and I didn't.
Yeah.
Champion of social welfare.
Did a lot of good things. Luke?
Oh, dude, this is the guy that did the. Bro, isn't this the guy who like there was like really bad unemployment in America? So he's like, "Yo, guys, like the government's gonna pay you to like work on the roads and stuff."
New Deal.
Yeah, that's the guy. I wasn't talking about the square deal. Get that square deal out of here. The New Deal. Yeah. That guy.
This is the 3 R's. This is different. The 3 R's.
Nah, this guy's an S tier.
S tier. Correct. Correct answer.
Next is Harry Truman. He finished World War II, helped rebuild post-war Europe, and then continued to lead the U.S. to Korean War. His controversial act of his presidency was he obliterated a bunch of Japanese people with the atomic bomb.
I mean, it looks like he did a lot of good stuff, but it says corruption plagued his presidency. I mean, he won World War II. That's a dub.
Saying A or B?
I'll say B.
Yeah.
B is growing.
I'll say B because I've read some stories about those Japanese internment camps in the U.S., bro, and some of the stories coming out of there were absolutely insane.
Yeah.
That was during his presidency, right? Those the camps?
I believe so, yeah.
Not to get too political on us on this political podcast, but we're going to be saying that about the ICE detention centers in like 50 years. Just throwing that out there.
Who started those, though? I don't even know.
They've been going on forever.
I know. They've been going on for a long-ass time. I wonder who's going to put an end to it. Probably nobody.
AOC.
Okay.
If she's president, I should leave the country.
I would vote for her.
Oh, my God.
Next is Dwight D. Eisenhower. He signed the Civil Rights Act of 1957, worked towards desegregating schools. His controversial act was authorizing the CIA's overthrowing of the Iranian government.
Damn, dude, why do we
this guy did. Oh, I like this guy. Founded NASA, contributed to the end of McCarthyism. I love it.
A.
Agreed.
Okay.
I think Eisenhower was also a ex-military.
Yeah, he's a hard ass.
Yeah. This was the bald guy, right? He's bald. He looks kind of frail.
Yeah.
But he's got a big dick when it comes to politics.
Hell yeah.
He basically said, "Don't fuck with me."
That's
I
the
love that.
attitude. That's the attitude you got to have without being as antagonistic as Trump has been. So
Yeah, pretty
I think
much.
that Eisenhower was probably like a better indication of like what you could be. Next is John F. Kennedy. He began the civil rights reforms, but died before he could implement. Established the Peace Corps. Controversial was authorizing and then botching the Bay of Pigs invasion of Cuba.
Throwback to COD Black Ops.
Yes.
Bro, all I'm saying is, bro, I've watched so many conspiracy videos on his assassination, and I'm telling you, you heard it here. And it's not the first time you've heard it, probably, but there was more than one shooter. 100%.
Bringing a shadow ban.
100% more than one shooter.
People like to hype him up because he died in office.
Yeah.
Doesn't do it for me. C tier.
Yeah. I think either C or B for me.
He just had so much swagger.
Yeah.
He was a handsome motherfucker. I'll give him that. Dude.
I would do him. I mean, what?
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 If we had to write this on looks, I would say that he'd probably be at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude. He's number one. If we're going on looks, he's number one. Dude, also, wasn't he like the youngest president too?
He was, yeah. Yeah. Now we just need Andrew Yang to be the youngest.
Wait, does anyone know what his middle name stands for? The F?
Fitzgerald, baby.
Oh, nice.
Fucking awesome middle name. All right, next one is Lyndon B. Johnson. He won passage of Tax Cut, Clean Air Act, and Civil Rights Act of 1964, Medicare and Medicaid. Controversial was escalating American involvement in Vietnam.
All right, so first I have to say his initials are the same as LeBron's, so he automatically gets free points from me. And not to even think about the what did he do? Vietnam War. But LeBron.
But you have to remember, the only reason he became president was because JFK got his brains blown out across a Cadillac. like that's the only reason he became president.
I actually watched a video about this, and it said that like JFK was more of like a passive president, whereas Lyndon B. Johnson would like literally scream at other politicians like in the face, and like he was unpopular for that reason amongst politicians, but he was popular amongst like actual people.
All right, I like this guy. He had a strong economy, cared about civil rights, Medicare, Medicaid, education. I'm thinking A tier.
I'm thinking A as well.
I'm thinking B, dude.
Well, you got overruled. Democracy, bitch. This is America.
Fuck.
Next is Tricky Dick, Richard Nixon. He eased Cold War tensions and implemented the Ballistic Missile Treaty. And then SALT I, I think that's now that grew into like START, like how much nuclear bombs you could actually have in your arsenal. Controversial was the secret bombings of Cambodia and Laos, and he also watered that gate.
This guy just seems like a sketchy individual. Like, look at his face. Look at that thing. He's slimy. You can't trust him.
Dude, but he had the V for victory.
Slimy.
I'm gonna say C for Richard.
D.
Luke. Luke's thinking hard about this one. Luke's gonna come out of nowhere and say S.
C.
I'll accept that because he went to Duke.
Next is Gerald Ford.
Bro, my man spied on the Dems though. I love that.
Oh wait, you have to remember that he was impeached as well. Okay, so maybe he should be a D.
He was impeached.
Yeah, dude. Actually, put him in D, dude, because he doesn't deserve to be with JFK.
No. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good, great logic and reasoning. I'm glad we're doing stellar evaluation of these candidates.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve to be. JFK's too handsome. That man's old and crusty.
Crusty crabs. Next is Gerald Ford. He signed the Helsinki Accord, easing Cold War tensions. His controversial act was pardoning Richard Nixon.
Shortest presidency for someone who didn't die in office. Interesting.
Did he run for re-election?
I'm not sure. To be honest, don't really know much about this guy. Seems like he kind of just was a status quo type of dude.
So C.
Say C.
Luke, C. C's fine with
Yeah.
you? Okay. Next is Jimmy Carter. He established a national energy policy that advocated for conservation, price control, and the Panama Canal treaties. His controversial was mishandling the Iranian Revolution and the Iran hostage crisis. Jimmy Carter looks like some guy that would be doing your taxes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
D.
I'll say C. He seems pretty average to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Next is Ronald Reagan, our 40th president. He enacted cuts in domestic discretionary spending, cut taxes. His controversial thing was ignoring the national AIDS epidemic. There's some other things as well. Personally, I think he's a little overrated by like conservatives and Republicans alike. But I do think he was a decent president. So I would say B.
I don't like this guy.
Okay, why?
First of all, don't get me started on trickle-down economics. First of all, it's a fairy tale, doesn't exist. Second of all, this says he challenged the protesters at UC Berkeley. Was that when we like massacred them, or am I thinking of something different?
I think you're thinking of something different.
Are you thinking? I think you're thinking about like 10 years ago when they brought the pepper spray on campus and started pepper spraying all the students.
He started the war on drugs. How do we like the war on drugs? Come on, guys. We need to step our game up here. War on drugs is overrated. Reaganomics, garbage. D tier. But we're forgetting he denounced communism, so he has to be a good president.
Yes. What do you
I'm
think?
sticking with D. I'm gonna get overruled, though. I know.
I mean, I'm a big. I like Reaganomics. I don't mind it. Luke.
Wow.
I think that he's probably just gonna end up in C.
Christian, what'd you say?
I said B.
Split the difference, baby. Put him in C.
Yep. I think that's fair.
That's too much of a compromise. I will not stand for this. Too moderate.
Next is George H.W. Bush.
George Bush the first.
He pushed for reunification of Germany, forced Iraq to withdraw from the Kuwait War.
I'm pretty sure George H.W. Bush was a better president than George W. Bush.
He signed NAFTA, which Trump said was the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, maybe ever.
That was Bill Clinton. That was Bill Clinton, I think.
No, it says George H.W. Bush signed NAFTA.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when I was looking it up and wrote down stuff, I put Bill Clinton for NAFTA.
Maybe Bill Clinton signed an amendment of NAFTA.
Probably. I mean, hey, I love NAFTA. I'm glad that NAFTA was refurbished. It was redone. But I mean, free trade, like the free trade agreements and economic integration, I love that. So I'm a big fan of that.
I'm a fan that he reunified Germany.
Oh, did he do that?
Yeah. That was George H.W. Bush.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So I'm thinking like B.
Yeah, I was thinking B too.
Eric?
Sure, my vote doesn't matter then.
What is your vote now?
I was gonna say C.
Okay. Oh. Next is Bill Clinton. I put the NAFTA here. I guess that was the amendment.
Before it comes up, I had to say something.
Okay.
If Hillary was my wife, I would do exactly what he did.
Dude, I was just about to say that.
So that is not a negative. That's not a knock.
Eric, bro, I was literally about to say that, dude. Like, literally, I was praying to God you weren't thinking the same thing as me when you said that.
So violent crime control law enforcement act. Controversial was bombing a pharmaceutical factory in the Sudan. That sort of led to his impeachment. Plus, he got head from his secretary, which is up for interpretation for how bad that is.
I
Not bad.
Have sexual relations with that woman.
Also, Bill Clinton, under his administration, the economy grew the most out of every president, but that was because of the .com stuff. So that wasn't really him.
Oh yeah, and we all know how good the .com bubble turned out.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna say I don't really know where I put Bill.
C for Clinton.
Yeah, I'd probably say C.
I get overruled again. I was gonna say B.
If it was Hillary, though, she'd be off the list. She wouldn't even be F.
This is why we needed Sean. Sean came up sorely lacking this episode. Sean's just not here.
Oh boy, the man that started all the wars.
George W.
The man that started all of the wars.
I don't like this guy.
Another
guy who looks slimy.
For positives, he did a $1.3 trillion tax cut program, and he also implemented the No Child Left Behind Act.
And we're forgetting Yankee Stadium following 9/11. He threw a goddamn strike right down the middle of the plate. All right.
That takes some. That's ice cold. That is some ice cold.
He threw a motherfucking fastball down the middle at 45 miles an hour. Okay.
Bro, to be honest, that is very symbolic, and it is more important than you're making it out to be. Everyone was like, yeah, we got to watch the Yankees gonna throw the first pitch. Strike, let's go. It was hype. It was actually sick.
He unified America right there. He brought them all together under one nation, under God, and we're gonna fight the terrorists. And then
you know what we did because of that? Everyone's like, yeah, George W. Bush, great guy. We signed the Patriot Act. He fucked it. He had so much potential, and now he just spies on us all day.
And don't forget about Iraq and Afghanistan, bro. That's still going on.
I'm gonna say C. He had the potential to be like, could have been A, but
D.
Yeah. What? D? Okay.
D. Luke?
I'm thinking C.
Overruled again. The fucking liberal never wins.
All right. Next is Barack. Obamacare, climate change, clean platform, USA Freedom Act, killed Osama. Controversial, expanding the drone war, and one of the least transparent administrations in history.
I don't want to start. Someone else start.
Listen, I think that Obama did a lot of like progressive things. Him being the first black president was served as like a symbolic kind of thing. I think that he was okay. I don't think that he should be. I mean, personally, I didn't really think that he was outstanding, but I think that he was pretty good.
I would say Obamacare, good. Good economy. He continued after his presidency. And green stuff, also good. Pretty much everything I stand for, I would say A tier.
Well, actually, I would say probably B or C for mine.
Luke?
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna say A.
Okay.
Good choice.
Although when he speaks, if I listen to too many speeches of his, like something about the way he talks, it gets
it's like
to
the
you.
opposite of Trump.
It gets like to you after
Trump's
a while.
like small words, straight to the point, repeats everything. Obama's like, yeah, I'm gonna be sophisticated.
Yeah.
I think that Obama's oratory abilities was one of his most endearing qualities as a president.
I agree. I love listening to him.
Very, very presidential speaker. Next, we have Donnie.
Who's that?
Our the fever dream that we lived through the last 4 years.
Never heard of him.
All right. So
do I even need to say anything? I hate this man. I think it was horrible.
Yeah. Obviously he did do some positive things, but with the terms of the nation being cut in half and just being an overall very polarizing person, I'll probably say D tier.
But he's married to Melania.
F tier.
I don't think Melania's that hot.
His daughter's Ivanka.
Ivanka's pretty, yeah. Ivanka's not bad.
See what I'm saying here? I'm not gonna lie. I think his foreign policy was really good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like
foreign policy.
I mean, it was the Israel UAE thing. He did that. Middle East, getting troops out of the Middle East.
No new wars.
Foreign policy. This is just my philosophy. I think foreign policy should be the lowest on the totem pole of things a president should be like focused on. I think in-house, our country needs to be the focus.
So you agree, America first?
America first. Yeah, he said America first, then just didn't do anything for America. I was pretty upset. I was like, yeah, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Luke, where are you gonna put him?
Tossing it up there for C.
All right, so it's gonna be equal as that D.
All right, and Joe Biden, S tier. He's one of the most successful presidents I've ever seen. For his 4 days in office, he's passed an absolutely absurd amount of things. That is a rate of like 100 things a day. S tier.
He's not there.
Fuck.
All right, this is our tier list. I say that looks pretty sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
Looks like a giant dick.
It looks like a middle finger.
Yeah, that too.
More so the middle finger.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. How do we feel about this list? Do we think it's a pretty good consensus of everything?
A lot of presidents are just average.
Yeah.
And below average. We got to do a better job of picking these guys.
No more Trump.
Yeah, like, what was it? So F tier, there was the three guys that died, so they didn't really do anything. Yeah. Oh wait, no, he died. No, he did not. Yeah, I think our S tier is pretty stellar. Not gonna lie.
I agree. I was surprised that we got that 4 guys in the S tier. I didn't think that we'd agree on that.
Why do you think so?
I thought it would just be George Washington and Abe.
Yeah, I mean, FDR. I have like, I mean, you guys know, like I like Milton Friedman. Milton Friedman's a big criticizer of the New Deal, but it's funny because he actually says that the New Deal helped him. He's like, but it didn't help everybody. He's like, it helped a certain amount of people that needed to be helped, but then it kind of screwed some people that didn't necessarily need the help, but it could have helped. But
perfect is the enemy of progress.
Exactly. So I think that, obviously he was an incredible president in terms of like what he did throughout his tenure was just absolute rock star quality. Just past everything. He was just, and plus he won a fucking war, dude. Come on. People underrate how much of a factor that is.
Back-to-back World War champs.
Exactly. Back-to-back World War champs. And then Teddy, Abe, and Washington, I think, are just their mainstays.
Yeah.
Did you think that we were going to get Teddy in there?
I didn't think you guys would put him in S, to be honest.
Where did you think? Why?
I was thinking you guys were going to put him in A, but I thought he was S. I like the guy. I think he's a nice man. And he also carries a big stick.
Yes. Very true. All right. That was probably one of our longer episodes, but hey, very much worth it. And we will figure out what we're going to do next because this was fun. We'll do some like more. Someone was telling me that like we should like react to like political memes, like that should be an episode or something.
I'm down.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, actually.
Make some entertaining content for y'all. So, on that note, I will stop sharing, and this podcast episode will be done. Everybody, peace. Thanks for joining. Have a lovely week. See ya.